Hi, it's Ed here from Dirt Magazine, and we're just going to have a quick look at Freehub bodies, the various different designs that are out there, and also hopefully put an end to your fears about taking them apart and seeing that they're actually quite simple to look after. We'll start with a classic ratchet and pull design, which a lot of quality cartridge bearing hubs use. This one's a Hope one, and inside we have four pulls that are on leaf springs. This is much better design than the old system that Hope used, which had loose pulls and springs, and basically if it came off they went everywhere, all over the floor, and were much more difficult to put back together. They're still not that complicated, but this system's much easier. Very reliable system, but doesn't have the quickest pickup, which takes us on to the next. We have the design which quite a few companies are using, like Halo and Superstar, and as you can hear from the noise, it's got a very fine pickup, so very fast, and it's sort of similar in the way that these could sort of be looked at as pulls, but they actually have micro sort of serrations on them, and in here there's an equally fine serrated ratchet, and that's what gives the really fine pickup. Again, it's proved to be a pretty reliable system, and as long as you keep it cleaned and lubed up, it'll work a treat. Then we go on to quite a different system which DT use, and this, instead of using a ratchet and pull, uses two clutch plates, which one sits inside a spline in the hub body, one sits inside a spline in the Freehub body, and both are sprung together, and they basically spin against each other, and they've got teeth here which interlock, so they can spin like that and unlock, and then when you pedal they engage. The only thing with this system is to make sure that you keep these grooves really quite clean, because if you get a lot of grit in there, these springs aren't particularly powerful, and it can cause the clutch plate to not engage properly. Then finally we'll go on to what many would consider to be the Rolls-Royce of hubs, Chris King, and on the surface it looks quite similar in some ways to the DT in the fact that it uses two clutch plates. On this system though, only one is sprung and the other one's fixed. The really unique thing about the Chris King is the ring drive system, which has an angled spline, which as you put torque through the Freehub body, the clutch plate slides at an angle and engages even tighter. So the more force you put through your pedals, the tighter that clutch plate engages. So slipping is something that basically doesn't happen with these hubs. If I take it apart, you can see it a bit clearer. There's these angled splines here that the clutch plate slides down. So yeah, as I said, as you put more force, it slides down and engages even tighter. The other thing that makes the Chris King hub quite so special, people always wonder why they cost so much, is all the bearings inside are custom made bearings. You've got needle roller bearings in this part of the Freehub body, and then another roller bearing, ball bearing one further deeper in. And basically it's just all extremely high quality and high tolerance, will last you for years. You might be wondering why I've been able to pull all these Freehub bodies off so easily without using any tools, but basically all the hubs have these little end caps. A lot of them, like the Hope and the DT, they just simply pull off, and then other ones just need a spanner and they just unscrew. And once you've undone that, the Freehub body will literally pull off. And if you clean and maintain it, you're far less likely to have any problems whilst out on the trail, so it's worth doing. That's it for today. I hope you learned something. See you next time.